Guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm so happy to have you. So my repeating subscribers, welcome back to the channel. So for today's video in particular, we're going to be talking about and discussing the end of Senator John Fetterman from the state of Pennsylvania. We're going to take a bit look at that. We're going to find out what's going on. Spirit was like telling me like, you got to do this video. Just get it done and over with. So this video is going to be very short, very brief. It's not going to be a very long video at all. So that's a great thing. But we'll talk about that because apparently it comes in and they're like, you got to do this, get it done, out of the way. So we're going to give John Fetterman attention for right now, and then we'll move on. It's going to be, I'm aiming around 12 minutes of a video, maybe 14 max. Anyway, this video is being recorded on Wednesday, June 25th at 12:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as and when I'm recording this specific video. If you want to help out the channel grow, you can do so by liking, commenting, subscribing, hitting the bell icon, engaging with the content, and just overall sharing this video with others really help boost out the algorithm here on YouTube. If you want to be notified when I do post and upload, just follow my Blue Sky account and my Facebook group, also in the description below and also in the comment section below as well. I did also provide a donation link on your behalf because a lot of you guys have asked about it, but in any particular way, do not donate. I don't like donations, but it's there just in case because I know a lot of you guys asked for it. Anyway, so let's go ahead, let's take a look, let's just delve right into this and see what's going on. This video is just for entertainment purposes only and for educational purposes only as well. Like I said, my goal is to keep this video short and brief. John Fetterman does not deserve that much airtime, so we're not going to give it to him. We're going to take a look at him because Spirit says so, and we'll move on. Alright, so let's go ahead. Alright, so Spirit Angels, tell me about the end of John Fetterman. You kept telling me to do a video on John Fetterman and the end of John Fetterman. Can you tell me a little bit more about this? Senator John Fetterman, the Democratic senator from the state of Pennsylvania, been having some issues, been very pro-MAGA. A lot of Democrats are not happy with him. Okay. All right, tell me more about John Fetterman. Tell me a little bit more about him. Who is really John Fetterman? We're going to use my Kipper deck. If this somehow ends up interesting, I'm going to be really surprised. Alright, so Spirit Angel, tell me about John Fetterman. Tell me more about John Fetterman. The senator from Pennsylvania, the Democrat. Woo! Okay, this is exactly what I've been getting. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, so wow, that's all I gotta say. It's a little bit concerning to me, a little bit, I will say. Good. It is, again, like I said, this video is just for entertainment purposes only. Again, I don't make accusation, I'm just reading energy. Let's just say the energy is not pure, and that he may have done bad things with a child. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. There's going to be definitely a scandal that's going to come out. There's definitely a scandal relating to John Fetterman. So this is the overall environment. This is who John Fetterman is. And this is the energy clarifying what we've been getting in this video. Again, this video is just for entertainment purposes only. Okay, so let's take a look and find out what is the environment. We have the chariot card reverse. At first, I thought it was related to his health, and that he was going to have a health episode, and then he was going to be rushed to the hospital, but it was refused because it was, in a way, they were saying, no, don't rush me to the hospital. It's going to look very bad into the public image. But that's the overall environment. That's what it felt like at first. But that's not really the case. Let's find out what was really going on with John Fetterman with the chariot card reverse. Well, the energy is he's talking about the lover's card and the female. I wonder if he's a part of domestic violence in some way. We have the Empress card reversed. This is the mother. This is the woman, the wife. Right? This is the lover's card. This is his unionship with the wife. And here you have something being uprooted. Something of his life, his home life, in some way is being uprooted. It almost feels like he's either being kicked out, but like, It doesn't have the information because it's almost very difficult to pinpoint, but the energy is very familiar, if you know what I mean. And we have the Nine of Pentacles. And the Nine of Pentacles is great fortune. But it's reversed because this is a man who's a senator. He makes a lot of money. But somehow he's having problems at home. Maybe his love life isn't as good as it may appear. We're going to take a look at the end of the video and find out, and actually look on the internet before we end the video and find out who is John Fetterman married to. Because I don't know anything. This is like blind reading right here, but this is definitely more than I expected already. We have the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is reversed. This is leadership position. This is how he appears. What he promised, he did not deliver. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't live in Pennsylvania, but this is what he's telling me, is that he did not deliver, or he did not come off as honest as he may appear when he was running. And what is the information? Who is really John Fetterman as a political candidate? Who is John Fetterman as a politician? You have the Ten of Wands. This is somebody who faces the path of least resistance in some way. But also, it's interesting, he's somebody who faced a path of least resistance while also somehow maintaining this, which is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The Eight of Swords. This is the mental. This is telling about his mental state, which means that he has an easy pathway forward. He's gullible. He's manipulative. He can be manipulated, right? He can be altered. His mindset is not Sasha. He does not make decisions on his own behalf. Somebody else has to help him. Or at least that's how it comes in the reading, right? And here you have the King of Cups. He's not somebody who's stable. He's definitely not stable. Because we have the environment being turmoil and the man being calm and secure in his place. This is reversed. This is a man who's in chaos. This is a man who's not insecure. Not someone who can be able to make decisions on their behalf, right? This is him running. So this has to do with some way with his health possibly. That he's unable and unable to make decisions on his behalf. Like he needs help. Okay, this is him lying on the campaign trail. It could also be indicating something else as well, that maybe he may have been asking somebody to help with his policies because he's unable to be there all the time, and so they're signing or forging signatures in some way. It could be that as well. We have the Ten of Swords reversed. The Ten of Swords reversed is a very interesting card because the reason why the Ten of Swords reversed means betrayal, right? And it falls ironically enough under the people. They're the betrayal of the people, right? He comes in as somebody who's going to defend the community in Pennsylvania. Specifically the Amish. I don't know why, but there's something here with the Amish. And then you have here the Ten of Swords reversed tells me that it doesn't seem like he does betray them, but in some way he does. It's very weird. And then as well we have it, the decision has been made. This is the Two of Pentacles reversed. It means the decision has been made. So the decision. So this is what we already know. So this was, who is John Fetterman? What is going on in his home life? We have here fourth person. This is what is going on in his mind and how he runs as a politician. This is saying how he responds to his community. So the next card will be the Ten of Cups reversed. This is the election. What is coming in the distant future? We have the election. And it's literally saying to me right here is that essentially he could lose. And because of that Ten of Cups reversed, and this being completely reversed, is that he's going to lose. Now, what's also interesting as well, when you start to look at who he is as an individual and what is going to happen, we have the Five of Swords reversed. And the Five of Swords reversed is a very interesting card. And it's interesting for a couple of reasons, particularly because this indicates somebody who's not walking away from a battle or does not know how to accept defeat. Then here you have is also being crossed by the Four of Wands. The Four of Swords reversed, and the Four of Swords reversed means a political ending or a coming of a political future, which means that this is somebody who's going to lose, but will not accept defeat, if you know what I mean. So that is what this card is indicating. Now, as you start to get into the future of this specific individual, he has in his cards here, he has the Child's reverse, which means that he's not as innocent as he may appear, which means that he has in some way some sort of guilt to it. Right? We also have here marriage. And Malice is telling me here that in some way he will end up getting a divorce. He will be getting a divorce. The thing that I want to know is this a physical divorce from his wife? Or is it just something a little bit more different? Is it a divorce from the people who elected him there? And that's what's all going on here. Because you not only see his personal life here in the picture, but you also see him as a politician. And you see him at the very core of who he is as the individual who John Fetterman is. And here you have in the future, though, we also have imprisonment. 29, the prisoner. So it does in some way feel like as if he's going to end up getting caught in something. There's a scandal that comes out that happened in his family, and it tells us the story of how he became a senator and how he gets close towards his end. And also, going back onto this road here, which is the environment, we have the Three of Pentacles. And the Three of Pentacles being upright talks about the ballot, the people, the voters. That's what this is. That is exactly what this is talking about. This is what the Three of Pentacles is talking about. It's talking about the energy of the voters going out and vote and stuff like that. This is what he promised but did not deliver, because we have the balance here. And you have the cup being reversed, and the cup reverses that you have nothing to offer. But there is a light that will be shown on what happened and how he got elected in the first place. This is the Hermit card. The Hermit card is indicating that there is some sort of light that's going to be shown on who John Fetterman is. Now underneath here, when you start to look at who John Fetterman is as an individual, at this point in time in which this is taking place, you have the Queen of Cups reversed. The Queen of Cups reversed is telling us someone who is containing something, someone who's watching very closely, someone who's very cautious, keeping an eye on things. But there's a lid here. But the lid is off. And the lid in this aspect is saying that something has been revealed, something has been opened, something has been let out into the open. This is going to be open news. This is going to be public. This is something that's been exposed. Right? That is what this is talking about here. Who is John Fetterman at his core? He's exposed. That's the key word here. Now we start to go into the overall energy, the clarifier cards. As we start to move back into the beginning of the video, we have the Chariot card reverse. And it's being aided by and clarified by unexpected income. Right? This being handed money, being given money. This is very interesting because this is something that's going to be coming forefront and center next 2 years from now, but this is going to be around the time of the midterm, or right after the midterm. This is unexpected income because, again, when we start to look at who John Fetterman is and as an individual, the card that comes in first is his relationship with his wife being uprooted, and it has to do with being uprooted here. This is his wife, something being uprooted. And then you have here the Nine of Pentacles reversed, which is indicating there's some sort of money trouble. Remember I said it earlier in the video, I could not understand why there was money trouble, considering that he was a senator and he is a sitting senator, but somehow he's not making enough money. There's something a little bit bizarre here. The next card that comes in as the clarifier, which again, this is the family issues, money and financial and family. You have here is who he is when he was running for president, who he is running, not running for president, running for senator. What we have here, well, the first thing is that his intentions were false. He was not portraying himself as accurately as he should be. He was not being honest with the people. And this is why the false person card comes in. And also falls underneath the Ace of Wands reverse, which indicates to us there is a lack of ability to lead effectively. And you have these two cards here, which is who John Fetterman is as a politician. Again, this is somebody who is chaotic, who's not secure in their own seat, right? That they're blinded by certain things and they feel restricted and somebody else has to help them, despite the fact that there is no obstacles in front of him. The next card that comes in is the election, the people voting, right? This is the promise. This is the telling us the story of John Fetterman and towards his end, right? In order to understand why his story is ending, you need to understand how it began. And you have the community here, which is the overlying clarifier, which is the community. These are the people. These are the people that is a collective, his energy that he was supposed to be representing. This is the Ten of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords reversed. And the Ten of Swords reversed means he's not necessarily betraying, at least that's how he appeared to be. Like he did not want to betray, but in some way he had to make a decision. A decision has been made. Now the next thing is what's coming in addition to Horizon, right? This is the clarifier. This is coming soon. This is where we are now. We're at this point. Right? His collective. These are the things that he was supposed to do. He did not deliver. He did not deliver all of them, if anything. When here you have what's coming in this horizon, we have the next election. This is the next election. This is the Ten of Cups reverse. And the Ten of Cups reverse is indicating to me, in particularly, we have here somebody who does not know how to walk away from a defeat when he or she loses, which tells me that in some way that John Fetterman could be an election denier. He could be somebody who cannot handle the fact that he lost. It doesn't mean that he loses the election. It could be that he loses the primary. Now, as we start to go toward the final outcome here, what is coming to John Fetterman in the near future? Well, the card that clarifies, we have again the child, the innocent, right? And we have here a marriage. There's something here with a marriage here and a child. Something here, like I said earlier in the video, he feels very much sinister, like it feel very much like he did something and it's going to put him in jail. And it had to do in relation to his family, specifically with a child and his wife. And here is the imprisonment card. This is what's coming. This is what's something that's going to be exposed. This is the scandal of John Fetterman. And here you have it, the environment. We have the hermit. Something being shown, something being shined on. And this is something with the ballast, but also something, a little evidence being found somewhere else, something hidden underneath the bunker. This is the Three of Pentacles. What's really interesting as well is that this is the Three of Pentacles that takes place in a cathedral or church, which also indicates marriage as well. So there is going to be a light that's been shown on who John Fetterman is as a senator in Pennsylvania. And then underneath here, what is his, who is John Fetterman at the core? Somebody who's not cautious, someone who does not pay attention, somebody who's going to be exposed. And that is the ending of John Fetterman. But before we do end the video, though, I did promise you that we're going to take a look at who was John Fetterman's wife and see if there's anything there. If he even has a wife, I don't know. Senator John Fetterman. Okay, so he was married to his wife since 2008. Okay, they do have a couple children. So this is her. It's Galice Barrero Fetterman. Okay. And her children was Carl Fetterman, Grace Fetterman, and August Fetterman. Carl Fetterman, we don't really know too much about. Yeah, we don't know much about who the Fetterman family is, but we just know that there is 3 in particular, children. So that's all we got. We'll wait and see what you guys think of today's video. Let me know in the comment section below. I'm really curious to see. And thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys see you soon. And love you.